Somebody asked me about this toy that I use, and this is a very important tool for teaching a dog to retrieve. And the advantage is that you, Remy, this would be appropriate for a bigger dog like my dog Ike, so they learn to hold the object in the middle. That's what you want. You want them holding it in the middle. You don't want them holding this. They'll try. One of the things that, dogs like tennis balls. They like the smell and everything. So that's why I use tennis balls. I just cut an X, right? And then I just, jam the doll in there. And, depending on the size of the dog, I might use a smaller wooden rod, and it might be like closer. This is big for a Labrador. Like Cocker Spaniels, I've used them where the tennis balls are closer in. You want to teach the dog to, grab it in the middle. Also, the other advantage is that using the dumbbell, when you start teaching the dog to, come on, Rem, pick the thing up, right? It's raised, so it makes it easier to pick up the object at first. Does that make sense? Like if it was just a wooden rod on the ground, it's harder for the dog to pick it up. We want to make it easier. So this is all smashed in, but if it was a smaller wooden rod, it wouldn't be smashed in. It would still sort of look like a tennis ball. But you see, you just take a knife and make an X and then jam the rod in there. And the other thing about this tool that I like is that, if I want to just use the wooden rod, now I can do that too. And this is usually how I start off teaching the dog hold this, just to hold this. You see? So that's it. You can make these. All you need is tennis balls, 2 tennis balls and a knife. And, you can use anything. You can use an old broom handle. That would be for like a smaller dog. This is, the dogs seem to like, it's teaching hold. It isn't always going to go super smooth at first, but using wood seems to be something that they can like grab onto. You want them to like it. The other thing about the tennis balls too, it's easy to start giving the dog scents by just scenting the tennis balls. Now you could scent the tennis balls with bird scent that you can buy at hunting supply places online, or you could just scent the balls with vanilla. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You could train your dog to, they're scented too. This is true. The tennis balls actually have a scent of their own. So they're already pre-scented in a way. So anyway, you can make these. Yes, I do make these. Yes, are they useful? You betcha. This is a great tool. And the dog starts seeing this as positive reinforcement. Remember, retrieving is positive reinforcement in itself. You don't have to say good boy, and you definitely don't have to be giving them any food. That is a huge mistake. Do not train your dog with food. It is not helpful in the long run. It trains your dog to be excited. It conditions them to be excited. And even if the dog is calm as you're bringing the food down, the dog's mind gets excited, and then you reinforce that excitement in the dog's mind when you give it food. It is not helpful. It is not helpful, and makes you look like a resource for snacks, too. You shouldn't be looking like a resource. All right? You can make these. They're super easy.